It's the problem with a podcast is it's not live. And if this was live, we'd be going absolutely ape. It's also a problem with the way we now record so early in the week.
So early in the week.
Well, given what's happening this week, it would have been great to record
later.
Certainly the private feed is going to be a speculative. Although I nailed the World Series baseball result.
You did.
Let's go, Dodgers!
I did tell you. Remember, I think you said, "Hey, mate, you got that right."
Yeah, I think you said if they don't win this, you're going to look like a real idiot.
Yeah, and
using other words.
Boom.
They did, and someone in the comments on YouTube said, jumping on the bandwagon." I don't think so.
He's been a Dodgers fan for years,
Yasiel Puig in 2014 in Sydney, and it was at that moment my family became a Dodgers family.
So 10 years.
Yeah, I think 10 years is a good solid stint for an Australian to be supporting.
Absolutely.
Genuinely supporting a baseball team.
You've even seen them play live.
Many times. My family has flown to America twice to watch the Dodgers play.
So, that's a supporter.
Like, I think...
you can claim it.
Yeah. You can't call me a fly-by-nighter Johnny-come-lately, can you?
No. Although, I've got to say, I supported Dodgers because I knew that was your team. But I've technically... I've got...
You got more Yankee gear.
I'm a Yankees. I remember a friend of mine from the States. I got him South gear, and he gave me Yankee. He goes, "I'll wear this as long as you promise to support the Yankees."
He was a New Yorker.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. So he gave me nice Yankees hat. I gave him the South stuff. We made a swap. I said, "Yep, okay," but I just hung back with this one.
Mate, I appreciate this.
Very happy for you.
The Dodgers appreciate your support.
Deservedly winner.
Absolutely.
And I watched that last game, Game 5.
Yeah.
And, mate, the Yankees just took the gas. They choked bad.
Aaron Judge.
Fifth inning.
Aaron Judge finally got a home run, and then he had a great catch in the outfield, and then he dropped.
Yeah.
Like he literally
just
dropped
some fundamental things.
They dropped a ball in the outfield, Aaron Judge.
Yep.
They had a throw to third base, which went off, so the bloke got into third, and they had a short bunt basically to the pitcher, and the pitcher didn't back up. Went to first base, and the pitcher didn't back up, and so they got to first base. That is
unbelievable,
outrageous fundamental loss. Yeah. Just outrageous.
And they were like 5. Was it 5-0 up? They were at one point.
Yeah, they were 5-0, and then we leveled at 5-5 in the fifth.
And the sentiment, I think I texted you this. The sentiment was that the Yankees blew it. It
100%.
Big time.
100%.
They were scathing on social media. The fans really turned on them.
Yeah.
But good on the Dodgers. Well done. Well deserved. Then they wrapped it up in New York.
Yeah.
Bang.
The coach manager, Dave Roberts, said, he would only say this publicly now, but he was absolutely not looking forward to coming back to LA to have to clinch it.
Right.
He was quite happy because a lot of people say, wrap it up in LA, bring it back. Nah, you just want to win it.
Doesn't always work that way, does it?
You just that would be like saying to Queensland, it's fine, you're 1-1 in the last games in Queensland. Yeah, it's a huge advantage, but you'd prefer to just wrap it up.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, this year they lost, didn't they? In the home decider in Queensland. It was 1-1, decider in Queensland. They lost.
I don't remember.
So you're a Dodgers fan and you're a part-time Queenslander, but you forgot that bit, did you?
I'm a full-time Queenslander with a bad memory.
You forgot that. Okay.
Mate, you won one season, 1 year. Call me when you've run 4 in a row.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow. A lot of things to keep a track on.
Anyway,
keep an eye on.
We haven't thought about it, but we're going to have to do next week remotely because it'll only be an audio show for those on YouTube.
No video.
There'll be no video next week unless we bring suddenly a lot of cameras, which we're not because we're traveling to the United States. And
together. As a team.
Yeah, thank you.
As a team.
Thank you for the extra.
This isn't like a holiday.
We're not traveling as a couple.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah,
couple of tech nerds.
Yeah, but as a professional team. Just get that clear. Not that there's anything wrong with it.
So we'll be for the next 2 weeks we'll be remote because I'm staying in America.
Yes, that's right.
And
so
we'll do that one remote. You got to coordinate that whole deal.
I'll get you up at 4 in the morning your time just to suit me.
We'll do it at some ungodly hour for both of us.
I'll be awake, mate. Doesn't matter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever.
I don't know. I've got nothing else. And I've got great news, Stephen.
Have you?
We're going to get on with the show.
Oh.
Welcome to Two Blokes Talking Tech
Not a bad price.
with Trevor Long from EFTM.com
Really handy device.
and Stephen Fennick from techguide.com.au.
I realise why you did that.
Episode
Yeah.
658. And geez, I hope I put the
Put the
opener
overlay,
graphics over that.
Yes, please. Otherwise, we'll get letters, emails,
I'm
whatever you want to do.
already daunted by the challenge of remembering that.
Okay. Of putting it
I'm
over.
really nervous that I accidentally forget.
Well, you won't, though. You do it every week. Aren't you a creature of habit? You just do it. You're in
I'm
a
a bit out
workflow?
of whack this week,
Haven't
okay,
you got a
Stephen?
workflow?
I'm just a bit out of whack.
Okay.
We do it all thanks to the great people at Netgear and Arlo. We'll tell you about them shortly. Some great products, some great networking, some great home security. This is episode 658. Now, Stephen, it is already on the radar, the Black Friday sales, Christmas, Boxing Day, all those things. And, it's fascinating to me when I take calls from people on EFTM, and you get emails about this all the time as well. You know, I want to buy this, want to buy that.
Yeah.
When should I had a call on 6PR this week?
They're still going 6PR. Still doing it.
That's too soon. But yes, it's just an hour later on a different show. You might need to fill in for me at some point in the future.
Oh,
too.
okay, sure. Yeah.
I just realised I was going to get you to fill in next week, but you're flying as well.
I'm with you, mate. I'm with you.
Anyway, someone was looking at buying some. Oh, it was this bloke called and said, "Should I buy a Galaxy S24 or S25?" And I said, "I'll stop you right there. S25 hasn't been announced, but let's call it February."
Yeah.
Look,
won't be late.
What
January,
I said to
really.
him was, look, I think the S25 will be amazing, but I don't think it'll be so much of a revolution.
Yeah, it's not going to be
because your
leaps
S24's got the AI. So unless they do some AI that can't be done on the S25, then get the S24.
Yeah.
And then I said, unlike Apple, there are a lot of good deals on Samsung phones now and then. And I said, mate, just stop. If you're willing to wait till next year for an S25, you should definitely wait until the end of this month for the Black Friday sales, because I think you'll find good deals.
Because Apple don't do that. Apple don't discount their devices unless they release a new product and then it
gets kind of cascaded across. But it's not like a big discounting thing. They normally just run phones out as opposed to discounting. Correct. So, I mean, that is the broad principle of advice. And unless it's urgent, hold off. And the number one thing I say to people is monitor the pricing, because we talked probably months ago about that Coles Woolies stuff and how there's that plug-in for the websites that allows you to see the price trends. And by the way, that bloke's TikTok account is unbelievable. I can't remember what it's called, but it's Price Check or something like that. Yep. He finds things like, he found one the other day on TikTok I watched that was like Mars bar ice blocks, ice creams. They're like, let's call them $9.50. They're still $9.50, but there's 5 in the box now, not 6. Oh. He found tuna that's the same price but less tuna, like the percentage of tuna in the ingredients is lower. And so you Coles and Woolies, great, you can get this website, you can kind of get the data. But with Harvey Norman, JB Hi-Fi, Kogan, Amazon, you don't see the price fluctuations unless you're looking. So I'll give you an example. Before we were recording the movie show, we were talking about the 100-inch Hisense, and I was talking about how my TV, which is 2 years old, is still available. Yeah. It was a $6,999 TV RRP when it launched.
2 years ago. Yeah.
And I've seen it. I swear I've seen it with a 3 in front of it, right? Ooh. Now, that might have been in the height of some cool sale, but I'm sure I've seen it with a 3,999, right? Now, I looked today, and it's at $5,999, and the Q7 version, which is kind of this year's but lower spec model, is at $4,999. Yep. Now, I know for a fact that that's a higher price than you need to pay. So if you're desperate for a TV and you want the 100-inch, then go in, but negotiate, push hard on the pricing. But I think it's quite likely, because you've got to remember the legalities, and I don't know the true letter of the law, but the broad legalities are, to say a price is discounted, it needs to be at a certain price for a certain amount of time. Let's call it 14 days. It's probably 10. But it needs to be at, in this case, the TV needs to be at $6,000 for like 2 weeks, and then they can make it.
Then you can discount.
You
can call it a discount. Yeah.
Right? So that's what you need to know. You need to know that the prices do fluctuate. Just like the prices at the grocery stores, the prices of consumer electronics fluctuate as well.
Like everything else, seasonal. It's seasonal pricing.
It's not even seasonal. It's like weekendal.
Well, because but it also is. It does fluctuate rather sharply around the time of year we're coming towards now, because of the Black Friday, which is really taken on a life of its own, don't you reckon? In recent years, Black Friday
in Australia, it has escalated.
Really, like that used to be a US thing, because it was the day after Thanksgiving, so the Friday after Thanksgiving.
Because Thanksgiving's always a Thursday. Friday was a dead day for retail,
and it marked the start of the Christmas shopping season. So the Black Friday sales they went.
They wanted to really inspire people to come to the stores.
It was like a platform, like a launch pad for the Christmas shopping.
But just on that one day, which was a dead day for retail, because everyone was on holidays, they thought, how do we get people in stores? We have a sale. And that's why we now have Cyber Monday, which is like, let's just keep the sale going.
Which is the Monday after Black Friday.
Now, this Black Friday and Cyber Monday don't continue all the way to Christmas. So for the same reason as that law on discounting, you'll get this high price until Black Friday, a low price across Black Friday, and some people will do Black Friday earlier, like in the middle of November. Some people do it late November, and they'll call it Black Friday, but that's not actually until the end of November. And then prices will go up again, and then they'll come down again for Christmas.
So I think, what are you saying? We need to have if you're doing your Christmas shopping and you're looking at buying, not just tech, but anything really, you've got to have a strategy.
You've got to have a strategy. Yeah. I think research is a big part of that. Even if you have to be nerdy enough just to have a pen and paper and write down the price at different places so that you remember it. Just put a note in your notes.
Are you going to do a Black Friday? Do you ever do stuff on your website, Black Friday sales?
No, I hate sales.
Because
the content's dead after 2 days.
One day after it's dead. Yeah, correct.
It's not going to give me lifelong traffic. So no. I'll do something on today's show.
Great flash in the pan traffic if you want it.
Not always great though. That's the thing. Yeah. Sometimes because people are savvy. People, people are going to Oz Bargain to find the actual bargains. They'll come to EFTM.
Yeah.
So I'll do something on today's show just to wrap up a few cool deals that I find or something like that. But other than that, no.
I intend on doing my 12 days of Christmas again.
Of course, it's a religious thing.
It's an institution.
It's an institution. That's a better way of putting
December 2nd it starts because the first is a Sunday. So December 2 it's going to kick off. But I'm going to try to. I'll do some research just on not only the price it was when I saw it. Like everything in the guide is some things that I've either written about or reviewed. So and with a few new things that are coming on the market. But and it'll have pricing for everything as well. So. Keep an eye for that, December 2nd.
Look forward to it.
Yeah. He said sarcastically.
I mean, essentially, it's a great time to get deals. There's no doubt about it. Black Friday is probably of the whole year, maybe for some areas like monitors and printers, tax time is at its best, in EOFI as they call it.
Yeah.
But I would say for your average TVs, accessories, all that kind of stuff, it feels like Black Friday is the time of year.
And I learned too that a lot of the stores, they hold stock back specifically to sell for that sale. Like I remember, I forget who it was, but they had their stock set aside for Black Friday. They had the stock set aside for Boxing Day sale. So here's product you can't buy till Boxing Day. It's not like you can buy it at full price before Christmas and then suddenly it's discounted. It's held aside to sell cheap after Christmas.
I find that staggering.
Have you heard of that as well?
No, I haven't heard of that. Yeah. One of the things that I do say though is be careful not to assume that you'll get a better deal at Christmas.
Yeah.
Because it might sell out.
Yeah.
It may not be available come Christmas time. That's the risk you run by not buying it.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you see a great deal, it's better just to take it. And the best thing you can do, especially if you've bought a $3,500, $5,000 TV, right? The worst thing you can do is keep looking at brochures. What are you doing? If you get the Sunday paper, skip through those pages, folks. Yeah. Why are you looking at the price of TVs when you just bought one? You're only asking for trouble.
That's right.
Yeah.
Although it is annoying to see that, that's $1,000 cheaper now. Or whatever.
Well, ask Tesla owners who, when their cars get discounted. But that's a different thing. It doesn't normally happen in cars. That's why that's so controversial.
It's the cost of doing business. But also, it works the other way too. You might see a price, look, I only paid $3,000. It's $4,500 now. Whatever. It works both ways. But I agree with you. Don't put yourself through it. If you've already got your TV, save yourself the anxiety. You're not going to need to see that.
Welcome to sales season, folks, here on Two Blokes Talking Tech. If we find great deals, you'll hear about them. But broadly, be looking online and start your research now. That's the best advice we've got.
Everything about tech you never wanted to know. This is Two Blokes Talking Tech.
Righto, Trev. I know that you are you're on your phone a fair bit. I'd say you're on your phone more often than I am. I'd say you get your notifications.
Screen time set up?
You got notifications.
You got screen time set up?
Of course, yeah.
I'm prepared to say yes, you're right. I really do. But I want to know. I don't know actually. I don't know if I've set the screen time, but let's find out. Where is that? It's under Trevor Long. You got to go to your, where is it? I don't even know where it is now. They move it so
I'm
often.
Searching for screen time.
Boom. Yeah, the search in settings is not as good as it used to be, I find. Okay. Here we go. Screen time. Right here. Here we go.
apps and website activity.
Hang on. Devices used. Oh, I don't think it's been. No,
yeah, I don't think I've turned. I don't think it's. It's because we've got the new devices.
Yeah,
we haven't.
That's 100% the problem. Yeah, that's
that
really
was a great
annoying,
idea, wasn't it?
That was a great idea. Gone wrong.
But you spend
all
way
devices. Yeah, isn't that weird? It's not. This device is not automatically enrolled to screen time. Look at that. All my other devices are there, but not this one. Oh, hang on. No, if I click devices and click on Trevor's iPhone, it is there. So go back into screen time.
Yeah.
Click on. Where are you? What are you doing? What page are you on? Oh, it's literally not on. Okay, well, I'll tell you mine. By daily average, what do you think my daily average is? Last week. I'll say my daily average last week.
Well, how many days we're talking about, or daily? Daily?
Just daily average. It's across the week.
6 hours.
It says 7 hours 48. Doesn't make sense because it's all these grayed out stuff.
Ah, I see a 9 there.
Yeah, last week's average 9.
Wow.
This week's average 9 hours 37 minutes.
From experience, mine is normally around 4 to 5.
Instagram 7 hours.
Yeah,
that has to be per week.
But I think too, why my screen time will be lower than yours because I don't have notifications turned on. The other notifications,
don't have friends. Go on, yeah,
no, yeah, that too. I don't have. I don't get notifications for mail. I don't get any notifications for social media. I only get notifications for WhatsApp, messages, Messenger, and phone calls. So I don't get any Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok, nothing unless I go in there. So I decide what I see.
All right.
But there was some... I
was going to say, I've forgotten where this was leading.
We've come across a survey here where it's outlined. Felix Mobile has put this together.
Oh, yeah. The telco.
They've gone over, interviewed more than 400 social media users, and that's annoying just there being social media users. They've come up with a top 10 list of the top bad phone habits that annoy friends.
I'm going to say phone at the dinner table's got to be on the list.
Phone at the dinner table is number 5. Using phones at the dinner table. They say that it is instead of focusing on the shared meal. That was the 5th most annoying because you're there having a meal together. Dinner time's an important time to spend quality time with your family. Do you guys have dinner together at night?
We're around, yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's not always all of us because Jackson might be at work or out.
Yeah, sure, yeah, of course.
Amanda might not be home in time. You know, I'm not home tonight for dinner, so I would say 4 nights a week we're all sitting at the table eating.
That's nice. That's pretty good. The number 1 habit. Do you know the number 1 annoying phone habit?
Texting while driving. Texting while walking.
I'll give you a clue.
Texting while talking.
Texting during conversations.
Oh, right.
Which is, if I'm talking to you and you're texting away, don't you reckon that's rude? Is that rude? Have you done that to other people?
I've done it to you. Heaps. What are you talking about?
I've never done that. If I'm talking to you, I'm not going to text in front of you. If I do have to text, I'll say, excuse me a sec, I've just got to send this message.
I don't know that you do that.
I do, mate. I'm a very courteous guy when it comes to phone.
Give yourself a rap.
So texting while talking to someone else is
that's pretty full on.
It means that you're not interested in the conversation.
Yeah.
You're a bit bored and you want to text. So.
I think people are going to go to the YouTube now and just find all the times when I've looked at my phone while you're talking.
Yeah, while I'm talking, and there'll be way more times than I've done it to you. Oops. Number 2, and look, I'm not going to say. Look,
there it is.
I travelled with Joe through
Europe. What is it?
Look, the second most annoying habit: taking too many photos. Joe, I love you, but you did take too many photos sometimes. You were there.
Hang on. Bring it back. Bring it back. Down the barrel, my friend. Joe.
We'd be somewhere.
No, tell you love you. Do that again.
I love you, Joe, but you'd take a lot of photos and video. She's a big video fan. Instead of I'd just take a photo and be done with it. She'd take 5 photos and I'd say that was way better than the one you just took now. Like joking with her. And then she'd shoot a video as well, upright video.
I can't believe you don't get slapped around. You're so rude.
But I'm just being smart. And she'd shoot
smart ass is what you're being.
She'd shoot the videos, and I'm thinking, wow, you're never going to watch that video ever again.
Well, that's my challenge with videos, though. we're getting to a point where there's so much smarts in the cloud, for example, that like I Google Photos now. If I search for a moment, a person, it will show me videos of the person. Yeah. Apple's intelligence apparently is allowing you to search for a thing that happens in a video.
Yeah, and what you're wearing.
And it will find that, you know. So that's pretty cool because you think about a memory from 6 years ago and you're like, I don't remember what date it was. Yeah. But here's an example. We were talking about I'm going away this weekend to my nephew's like 21st, and we were like, God, have I been to all the other, like his siblings? And so we went, what about that time we all dressed, it was a dress up for Gemma and we dressed up as like Mickey Mouse characters and something. And so I went to Google Photos and I typed Mickey Mouse ears. Found all the photos of us at Disneyland. And then I found the photo of Victoria as a 5-year-old wearing Mickey Mouse ears and at this party. So it was an easy way to find something. So I think
I should have remembered.
I think we do. Yeah. I think we do shoot too much video. But
you know what?
I think it's going to be discovered better and easier in the future.
I want to qualify those comments by saying that at the time I thought, you know what, just sort of take your photo. It's like the double dipping here, right? You know, just take it, dip it in and end it. You know, like take your photo. That's great. But looking back now, where she's actually she's putting those photo books together. Having all those other choices for the photos, well, look, a lot of it look alike.
This is a solid backtrack double dip.
The quality of the photo.
This part, I'm not going to send her a clip of. That earlier bit where you said she took too many photos, she's definitely getting a copy of that.
The other thing though was that I shared a lot of mine as well, so we'd pool our photos. So that's why. It's why sort of I'm thinking, well, do you need to take 100 photos? I'm taking photos.
Did you hand your phone over to do that, or just airdrop them?
Just airdrop them.
Okay, just checking.
Airdrop them, yeah. She can have my phone, mate. Look, whatever you want. But, yeah, we'd airdrop each other. At the end of the day, it's, okay, what do you got? And then she'd airdrop me and I'd airdrop her. Like, she'd take photos of me, I'd take photos of her. And,
during the day while you're over there?
Yeah, or whenever we were doing it. In the evening, over at dinner and stuff like that.
And then you just swipe up on the photo to work out if it was yours or hers because you got a better phone probably.
Yeah, well, I knew which ones were mine. But no, she's got the iPhone 13, I think, or 14. And I had the 15. So the 16 hadn't come out yet. But that was number 2, taking too many photos. So no, you don't fall in this category, mate?
No, I don't.
Do you fall in this category? Number 3, constantly checking notifications.
Yep, all the time.
There you go. You do it while I'm talking during the show.
Yeah.
Even during the movie show, I notice you're getting your 100%. Phone out. Yeah, you're not paying attention.
No.
You're not engaged.
I'm engaged. I'm just very good at multitasking.
Okay. Are you number 4? Phone calls at inappropriate times. What is inappropriate? Do you think? Like in the middle of
that
church?
Call I got earlier was inappropriate.
In the middle of church. Hello. Yeah, I heard that one. Yeah. If you're somewhere and you can't talk, is that? Phone
I
calls
think I'm pretty good with that.
Important moments.
I think I'm pretty good with that. I think I'm very good with that. I don't because I can ignore a call pretty easy.
Okay, if you got a call...
Let me be clear. By ignore, I mean most likely if it's someone I know, I've got some composed messages. I'll call you back later or whatever.
Yeah, fair enough.
And if I don't know it, I'll just ignore it completely.
Like, and look, we're talking inappropriate time is classified as, when you're at family dinners or with other people and as inappropriate times.
Yeah, fair enough.
So the tip here is silent mode or send those messages, call you back later or can't
get
talk
yourself
right
some
now.
Focus modes as well. They're very good on Apple.
True. Number 5,
yeah.
You've hit this using phones at the dinner table. Number 6, this is you a bit as well, being glued to the phone.
Mate, this feels like an intervention.
Glued to the phone. You can't get it off, and the camera's not even on me. Look, I can't. I'm glued to the phone. I don't know. I think there are certain times where you like we work. We get a lot of emails, so there's a lot of stuff we've got to check. So there are times where you might see me. I'm looking at my phone and might think, Jesus, this bloke's looking at his phone for quite a long time. But there are other times where I wouldn't look at my phone for 2 hours.
Yeah, I think that's the challenge. Is everyone's different. Some people are lucky they can just switch off.
Have you observed not only your own children but other younger people?
Oh yeah, they're addicted. They're horrible.
Sitting in groups.
Horrible.
They're not talking to each other. They're all on their phones.
Mate, the kids will have friends around and they're just snapping each other on the lounge.
You're like, what's with that?
That's just how they operate.
Do you say anything about this, or do you say,
mate, if they're laughing,
they're talking,
giggling, if they're happy, I'm happy. Okay. Do you know what I mean? Like if the kids together are doing stupid Snapchat filters and sending them to each other and just having a good time, I'm good with that.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Okay.
Like, it's just how kids today, socialised differently to how you did back in the 20s. Back in the 80s, we did what we did.
80s is my wheelhouse, baby, the 80s.
I'm more of a 90s guy myself.
Okay, being glued to the phone, number 6. Number 7. Sorry, what was that, Trev? Ignoring people for phone use. So you ignore people.
Yeah, I've done that.
Use your phone.
Yeah.
Sort of,
guilty.
So, you're with someone, like if you say you and your wife are at a romantic dinner and you're
That's
on the
never
phone.
happened.
Like Joe and I, we went out for dinner. Where did we go last week? We went to a Thai place and my phone stayed in my pocket and so did hers. We were talking to each other.
Yeah.
That's kind of I think it's sad. It's sad to see, right? And look, my relationship's my relationship. How other people do that's their business. But to me, it's really sad to see people together, and they're each on their phone, and even those groups of young people. It depresses me to think, can't they? We used to have fun and laugh and joke around with each other when.
But they do. They send each other funny TikToks.
But mate, you show your personality. Do you need that to be fun?
What you're showing?
Show your personality.
You know what you're showing?
I'm an old man.
Your age.
Oh, mate. Okay, but don't you reckon this is sort of social etiquette? You don't reckon that it's
there's
better
no
to do
doubt,
that?
but I just think that it's a challenge to kids don't do the things that we used to do. They don't act the way we used to act. So yeah, it's not as easy to transition that.
I wonder what society is going to be like when these groups of kids, teenagers, are adults. How's the social situation going to work out then? Where they grow up thinking, it's okay for me to be on my phone next to this person who's on their phone. How's that gonna evolve in the future? What's society going to be like if everyone's just a drone on their phone and not interacting with each other?
Oh, I think it's a thing that needs to change. Yeah. There's no doubt. I think there will be a shift because I think that. So it's a weird example, but I'll try and play it out. People talk about TV viewing or radio listening, and they talk about how it's all going to die because young people are going to grow up. People change. You change as you age. Now, it's definitely a downward trend, but it's not like it just switches off at a certain age. And I argued this at SBS, it was a board meeting. I remember being in a board meeting, and they had this consultancy company showing how the audience was going to drop like this, and I went, I'm sorry, can I just talk for a minute? From a talk radio perspective, which is where my expertise had been, I'm like, people age into an interest in politics or an interest in opinion. And so you age into talk radio. Yeah. Maybe not as much as we used to, but we do. Yep. And so I think the kids will age into a social connection. Yeah, okay. And they'll realise that some of the things they do aren't great. And so I think it will change. It's not going to be the same as it was for us.
But my worry is that, you bend the twig, so grows the tree, sort of thing. If you've
what now? What are you, Mr. Miyagi with his bonsai?
You know what I mean? Like when you form these habits as a young person, a youngster, and you grow up into those habits, and they stay habits. If that's something you learn, then okay, I shouldn't have been doing that, and I'm going to do it different now. But it's a lot of people; those habits stay with them.
Yeah.
It's it's kind of how you're brought up. You do things different to I do things, as we were kind of brought up.
Well,
not exactly
we
the same.
talk about this with our relationships, right?
Yeah.
I think you would be shocked at how Amanda and I communicate. I think you already are, but that's because that's how our relationship started. It was via text message.
Yep.
And it's always been that way.
Well, Joe and I, we never had that when we
That's
first
right.
met.
There was no mobile phones.
We talk to each other. We call each other. Yeah. See each other.
Yeah. Did they have colour TV?
They did, mate.
It's an oldie but a goodie.
1987, mate. Coming up to my 32nd wedding anniversary. 32 years.
Wow.
We've been married.
I'll take 20 at the end of the year. Thanks, mate.
Good luck to you, mate. Good luck to you. That's what I'd say. Was it 2004? There you go, mate. 20, the big 2-0.
Yeah.
Something special planned, mate?
I do have something so special planned.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I know. I kind of know what you're doing there.
Yeah.
That's great.
You're the only one that knows. So
there you go.
Keep that to yourself,
What's it worth to you?
This podcast.
One bloke.
Just so you know, if Val Quinn starts turning up randomly and it's a proper strap,
you know I've spoken out of school. Is that right?
Yeah.
But you know me, buddy. I'm rock solid, mate.
Rock solid.
It's in the vault, baby.
I've got some other stuff that's rock solid if I can trust you, but that'll.
Oh yeah. After we finish recording, sure. Number 8.
Oh, we're still on the list.
Yeah, still on the list here, and this it does annoy me.
How many on the list? Is it 10? Okay,
we're nearly there, mate. Nearly there. No. This does annoy me. Texting while walking. Especially, I'll qualify it when they're crossing the road.
Mate,
it's illegal in some parts of the world?
I've become the guy. So I'm walking down the street or in a shopping centre, it happens, and someone's like this, and I go,
Wait,
look up.
Oh.
Or I walk past and go, don't bother looking up because I had to move.
Then they go, geez, that Trevor Long from the Today Show is a bit of an angry bastard.
Cap and dark glasses, and it's normally fine.
Trevor from the Today Show is not so warm and fuzzy as he is on TV.
I don't want to give it breaking news. I'm not warm and fuzzy. And my wife will tell you this. She's like, why do you have to be such an arsehole to people?
Oh, yeah, wow. Yeah, that's his default position, isn't it? Is that your default position?
I think, you know what? I don't want to sit on a couch here, but I think my default position is a low bar, and it's an earned kind of thing. Whereas I think you come from an absolute positivity and potentially you move on from someone, right? Whereas I'm like you. I always use the analogy, my head's a car park, and the number of people that I have in my life is like a car park.
It's like Westfield at Christmas time.
Someone's got to go out before someone new comes in. And you don't just get to buy a space. You got to earn the space.
Okay. Fair enough.
I think if I was to try and analyse myself, that's me. Okay. I don't just go, oh, cool, you're friends with that person. You're in my life now too.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm sort of the same as that. I think I would make friends easier than you would.
100%. Mainly because you go out more.
I'm a bit more outgoing than you, I reckon, in public. Like if I was somewhere, you'd be just standing there by yourself.
I'm real happy for you to do the talking.
I'm more talking to other people around me. I'm a bit more outgoing.
Couldn't give a rat's.
Like how many times have we been on a plane or somewhere and I'm chatting away with some
and I'm like,
person next to me?
Stephen, shut up.
I think that's just part of my personality, mate, I think. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, but texting while walking is
that's a big
crossing
one.
the road. It really annoys me watching people. They're crossing the road and right in front. I'm thinking, come on.
I'm not saying I haven't done it, to be clear, but it is annoying.
I think it's illegal now in Honolulu. You go to Hawaii. There are a lot of tourists on the beach there.
Yeah.
You cross the road looking at your phone, you get fined.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're pretty.
Okay.
And the sad thing is though, that there's a lot of places, a lot of cities that have got the lighting, when you're supposed to watch out for when you can walk and not walk on a crossing.
They put
those lights are on the footpath because people are looking down.
Yeah.
Come on. We're living in a society.
They should put green lights when it's red.
Oh, yeah.
Just to mess with people.
That'd teach them. Righto, number 9, and I've been accused of this. I do talk loud. I'm a loud talker. Overly loud.
On the phone?
On the phone, no. I'm aware of that. Other people not.
Are you though?
Yeah. I reckon I am.
I need to talk to you about your phone manner. He's a bit loud.
I don't reckon I am. Are you a loud talker?
No. I'm a soft talker. I'm an angry talker.
I'm a loud talker. I just got a loud voice. I don't know. Jo reckons she reckons I might be partly deaf.
So that's why my daughter.
I'm a loud talker.
Victoria's a bit loud.
I've just got a strong projecting voice, mate.
Amanda thinks I'm deaf too, yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Jeez, isn't it funny? It makes me laugh. Isn't being married fun? When
get married, folks.
We like Joe we'd be together in the kitchen or something, and Joe would wait for me to walk away, go back to my room, and then go, and then ask me something. I'm thinking, I was just there. I can't hear you. Ask me when I'm there. And I reckon she just does it she does it to annoy me. She knows it annoys me. She just had a bit of fun, but no.
I love Joe for that. I think that's the best.
Do you reckon?
Doing things to annoy you. I think
we don't do that. I don't do anything to annoy my wife. I try not to anyway. I don't try to. I don't consciously try to do that.
0477 657 657. If Stephen Fennick annoys you, feel free to text the show. I'll read them out.
I'm the least annoying husband in the world.
Give yourself a rap.
Trevor, on the other hand. Right, we're nearly at the end of this list, mate. We're still going here.
Yeah,
lucky last.
Yep.
Endless notification sounds.
Oh no, I'm pretty good at
silent. I'm a silent man, mate.
No, I'm not silent, but
silent.
No, you probably could argue that I'm a bit bad at it.
Aren't you? What watch you wearing? You're not wearing a smartwatch. What are you wearing? My watch prevents. I don't need my phone to make a noise because I've got my watch. No. Yeah. So you don't have your. You don't have any watch on today.
No.
Where's one of your? Where were the expensive tag phones? Where were the watches?
Oh, they're over there on display.
There's about 8 of them over there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're not wearing a watch today. Why not?
I haven't worn a watch probably for a week and a half.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Because you got a ring now.
Yeah.
Because you got the Galaxy Ring and several others.
A different one, actually.
Yeah. Is that the Aura one?
Nope.
Yeah, different one?
Actually, it is pronounced Aura.
Aura. Okay.
Yep.
From Kogan.
Mm-hmm.
It's $99 one,
100%.
Look. Is it as good as the Galaxy Ring? Breaking news for the EFTM story. As good?
I would not recommend the Galaxy Ring.
Wow.
Look, it's proper, like it's remember
metallic.
remember what I said to you about
Take it off. Let me see it.
Remember what I said to you about the Samsung
looks
one?
a bit plasticky. That's the Kogan one.
That's $100.
Wow.
And I'm telling you, sorry to what do we call it? Distract. But the app here is excellent.
Yeah, wow.
Like it's a beautiful
Tracks
app.
your sleep.
Sleep tracking, excellent.
Wow.
Like for $100, what are we doing?
No subscription.
No subscription.
And
the only issue
works with iPhone.
Yes, works with any device.
That's their big sell that it works with iPhone because the Galaxy Ring doesn't work with iPhone.
But here's the thing. So it's got this little tiny magnetic charger you put like USB-C, USB. But then I ordered. This is the only fault I've got with Kogan on this ring that I bought. Is I ordered what looks like the same case as the Samsung.
Yeah.
At the same time, so I paid for it. And what I received was this and a Samsung Smart Tag. I don't know how they got the order wrong, but I didn't get the case. But battery life is 5 to 6 days, like maybe 7, like the other one.
Wow,
mate! I'm telling you.
Is this soon to be a review on EFTM?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't.
What other ones you wearing? You got the Galaxy Ring.
This is just
so just those
I
two?
have. So for the last week, 2 weeks, because someone last week said, "What are you wearing so many rings for?" This is the ring I normally wear in this hand. This is the ring I normally wear in this hand because it's the ring my wife gave me when we had Jackson.
Okay.
And I was wearing both the Samsung and the Kogan on one finger.
Oh.
Because I thought I want to, compare.
Yeah. Okay.
And I haven't fully analysed the data, but the thing about the Samsung was I took them both off last week and charged them.
Yep.
And then I wore them again. And today I left the Samsung phone at Channel 9, so I went and picked it up, and there was no data. It was not connecting because the case had died.
Oh.
So because I haven't been using a Samsung phone, I guess I would have got a notification saying the case died or something.
Well,
I don't know.
I've been using my Galaxy Ring. I used it with a Samsung phone, but the phone just needs to be just to connect once a day.
I know, but what I'm saying is I left the phone at Channel 9 for a whole week.
Okay.
And I wasn't checking it every day for notifications.
Yeah, right.
And when I put it on charge, I didn't realise it didn't charge because the case was
just
dead.
letting you know, we got to this conversation because I was talking about notifications, sounds.
That's right, yeah. The rings don't notify you.
Rings don't notify you, but watches do. So I know if I'm not wearing a watch, I'll miss calls because it's my phone's on silent.
You know what this reminds me of?
Yeah.
The jawbone up. Remember when we were wearing those?
Yeah.
Because I loved that because it was just tracking my steps.
It was like a little bracelet.
It was just a way of tracking my steps.
Right. And
I like having that data.
So have you compared the Galaxy Ring to the? Is it accurate?
That's the next phase.
Okay,
it's close.
Tune in to EFTM.
It's close.
Wow.
Is it $700 close? Yeah, it's enough.
Wow. And does it have? I suppose it wouldn't have too many features the Ring doesn't have, like the gesture. I've got to say, in my review of the Galaxy Ring, just to divert again to that one, I thought the gesture controls were rubbish. So it was sort of 50-50 work for me. You can do this.
Yeah, I don't
that
see
that was a 50-50 thing for me.
I don't see that as being a major selling point.
That's one of the reasons to wear it to pair it with a Galaxy phone. And ease of pairing.
This thing's tracking my heart rate, my blood oxygen level, giving me a stress score.
Yeah, wow.
Mate.
And the app doesn't look too bad either.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's nice. Wow. See, there you go, mate. There you go.
Unbelievable.
And I do love the fact that Kogan named it the Aura because people will be Googling Aura ring and Kogan will come up.
Yeah.
Did you also know, we're about to talk about this company in the next segment, that they've also got a portable monitor called the Espresso. Kogan has.
Do they?
Starts split with an X. Yeah.
All right, while we're off topic and we've moved on from the list, quick shout out to B Gibbo. Best value podcast in the world.
Oh, boom.
Love listening to these guys Love listening to these guys over all podcasts. They're great company on my way to and from work every week. Bretto, mate, you rock, mate. Well done.
If you keep doing that, Trevor will send you EFTM merch too.
If you send me proof that was you, I will send you EFTM merch, okay?
Should we get Two Blokes merch?
I don't think anyone wants it.
I reckon. They want EFTM more than Two Blokes, you reckon, mate? EFTM being established. Put it this way: if the EFTM
merch is a guide to how much, let's not get merch.
All right. bit of stock downstairs left over, mate.
I might have overstocked. I remember receiving the hats, and Lee, my merch guy, goes, "You ordered a lot."
Right.
I didn't realise I used to only order like 100, and then I ordered like 800.
Oh, mate, I've been tempted to do a similar thing. People told me, they see my Tech Guide shirt and they go, "I'd wear that if you sold. I would wear that shirt." I went, okay, But I'm just worried that I might make 1,000 and I sell 10 of them. Like I'm just worried that it's going to be.
That's why. Oh, we have the same worries in life. Yeah. Sometimes I buy the crap.
So anyway, we'll see. If you want some Tech Guide merch, let me know.
The best merch of all are umbrellas. Mate, okay. My EFTM umbrellas, we spot them in the local area. But the problem is they're so big you can't ship them. So I only give them away to locals and whatever.
Okay.
It's the best because people love an umbrella.
Okay. So what else? You got the hat, you got the brolly, you got the
hat, brolly. We used to have drink bottles, haven't had those for a while. Lanyards.
Lanyards, that's right. Yeah,
they're pretty cool.
You wear them at CES too, I noticed. Yeah, nice.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah. Undies. You've got EFTM undies.
Only for special occasions.
Imagine how mine says Bonds. Imagine it with Tech Guide or EFTM around it. Would you wear them? Would you wear EFTM undies?
I'm pretty sure you'd have a bad night night.
And you'd see the little band sticking up out of your
This has gone down.
It says EFTM.
Anyway, thanks for your company, folks. We'll be back after this.
Those are the annoying habits anyway. And Trevor's got all of them.
Yeah, I'm everything. I'm just annoying.
Guilty as charged.
This is Two Blokes Talking Tech with Trevor Long and Stephen Fennick.
Netgear.com.au is the place to go for all your home networking needs. And I got to tell you, holiday season is upon us. And Netgear is saying holiday magic starts with exceptional home Wi-Fi. Now, that may or may not mean there's some good deals in the offing, as they say, over the Black Friday sales. I know the 970 series, get this, is $300 off right now. That's a great deal on an unbelievable Wi-Fi setup. You can find all these products at netgear.com.au and you can find the product to suit you. And I think that's a really important thing. You don't know which product. There's so many different Orbeez, right? So which one is right for you as an individual? You can do a little survey, ask you a few questions and find out which one's right for you at netgear.com.au. For whole home Wi-Fi, so you get a great quality internet. The internet you're paying for, you should get that speed in every part of your home. And you can do that with Netgear, netgear.com.au.
This is Two Blokes Talking Tech.
Now, our mates at Espresso, which is an Aussie company. Espresso. It's
my claim to fame here is I was one of the first people in Australia to write about their product.
No one cares.
And also talk about it on the radio.
Well done.
Talked about it when I was on Smithy's afternoon show.
And then when I started talking about sales.
Yeah, of course I did. But no, I remember Scott, the co-founder of the company, dropping them off to my house.
Yeah.
And
now he just delegates that.
He's got 18 other people that works for him.
Unbelievable.
That
he's recruited some of the greatest PR people from some of the biggest brands in the world. It's unbelievable. But what they've done is they've
doing very well.
That a 13-inch, and this is a super thin, like 5 to 6 millimeter thin portable display. So you put it beside your laptop, plugs in via USB-C, right? So they've got a 13-inch touchscreen. You know what? Look, there's one here. I think this is a 15-inch touchscreen, right?
I use that on my Astro Shed.
Look at that. It's super thin. Unbelievable. Look at that.
Hold it.
Look at that. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So this is so they had a 13-inch touchscreen. This is a 15-inch touchscreen.
So I would imagine you use that not just with your laptop, but I've often used mine as a monitor for my camera.
Yeah.
And I use it in my Astro Shed because it's got the magnetic attachment. I can attach it to the door because I need to look at information while I'm on the scope. Their
later product was the 17-inch, the kind of the Pro model, and this thing's like that was 4K, unbelievable.
All the bells and whistles.
Beautiful thing. And then it's magnetic, so they have this stand that you could sit and magnetic on here, and you just sit it beside your workstation like this, right?
Yep.
But they've realized two things. Firstly, some people don't want a touchscreen. It's great, but some people just want an extra screen, for your emails or whatever you're doing.
Yep.
And some people are sitting their screens like this and doing these ones, not ergonomically friendly.
No.
So, mate, first and foremost, the 15-inch model, which is basically this without touchscreen, $500.
Yep.
For a screen that's this thin, that's unbelievable.
Yep.
It's beautiful. I'm going to take mine with me overseas because I'm going to work even while I'm with Jacko, I'm going to have to do some work at night and stuff. So
of course.
It'll be the perfect workstation setup. But then the stand, they've made it, and it looks the same. It weighs the same.
Plus, it's called.
Stand Plus.
Yeah.
It looks the same, and then the bottom clips out so that you can actually have it up here.
So it's the stand.
So it's at an ergonomic height for you.
So it would sit like this above your laptop like that.
That's pretty much what I just did. Yeah, thanks, Stephen.
Here.
Yeah.
Like that.
Look, I don't want to see your face anyway.
It's not quite. Yeah. It's not. I think it reaches sort of to about there.
Yeah. Mate,
Very
it's
nice.
simple stuff. The Stand Plus is going to come with the 15-inch
It's a bundle,
non-touch
is
model.
It $499 the bundle?
Yes, but
the screen on its own is $349.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay,
if you
yeah.
get the screen, it's non-touch. It's I think pretty sure it's
It might be $399 because the bundle is $499 and the Stand on its own is $99.
Let me refer to the great story on
But
Tech
the
Guide.
Stand also works with all the existing espresso displays. So if you
Yes.
have an espresso display,
$349 on its own.
you can buy the new Stand for your existing display,
Yes.
which I think is pretty cool.
But they're pushing the bundle, $499
Yeah.
bundle. So it's the 15-inch non-touch screen and Stand Plus. And you're talking, even though it doesn't have a touch screen, still has can display 16.8 million colours in full HD, so it's 1920 by 1080, 300 nits of brightness, 60 hertz refresh rate, which is the same as all the other models.
Yep.
So yeah, can whether you're attaching it to a Mac or a PC, it gives you that extra screen real estate.
Yeah, it's a great product. And so this is an Aussie company.
A very handy device.
Aussie founders, Aussie
Yeah.
Aussie staff here in Sydney.
Yep.
They're designing these things. They're engineering these things, and they are high quality. They're now in not this product yet, but they're in JB Hi-Fi. They're doing some amazing deals that'll get them into big places overseas.
Yep.
Like, it's exciting to see a company on an upward trajectory.
But also too, I can remember the company really sort of found its feet during COVID.
Yeah.
And so what were we doing? Working from home. Hello, you need an extra monitor, and they thought, here we go. And so that really sort of helped launch the company into the stratosphere.
Good on them. Great product. If you've got an existing espresso display, you can get the new Stand Plus on its own. If you're looking for a extended display for your PC, and especially if you're on the go, but definitely this works at home as well. Espresso display. Check it out. Look it up. Awesome products. Mate, they're engineered. They're engineered as good as Apple products.
They're brilliant. They're beautifully done.
Yeah.
Did you recognise the lowercase e in their name, or did you go cap e? They got lowercase e. I respected the lowercase e and kept it that way.
I'm really having struggles with these respect for caps things.
Well, I thought, you know what? I know them. I like them. I'm going to respect their little.
Yeah. There's a point in. No, I respected the lowercase e.
Lowercase
I'm
e,
looking at what I wrote.
That says a lot, folks.
That says a lot.
The two blokes, we kept it. Normally,
So-
other company, we'd go, nah, stuff at its cap.
In the magazine,
Yeah.
there's a particular. Did I tell this story here already? I think I did.
Yeah.
How
About what?
I had to change. I definitely told it either here or on private because Matt texted me and said, because he sub-edited the magazine and said, which one are you talking about? And because I put all capitals for a product, and that's how they want it. That's how it's written. But someone else said to me, I would never do that because it's like bowing down to them. They're just trying to shout their name. I'm like, man, just do it my way, whatever.
Yeah, I try not to do it in the caps unless
I think we definitely have
know.
the conversation because I said I always do NBN as capitals, even
Same.
though
Same
they
with
do
me.
it. You don't respect them.
No, I go.
You don't respect them.
because it stands for the National Broadband Network.
You don't respect.
No, well, it's
them.
not. It's for my style guide. It needs to be caps. The OCD in
If
me
Espresso
needs it is.
put their name in capitals, would you respect that?
No, I don't think so.
There it is.
I don't think so because I think that's pushing the friendship a bit, don't you
Yeah.
reckon?
No.
If they want their name in caps all the time.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's just me, I guess.
Who cares?
Yeah, that's just
As long as the word is right. As long as you know what we're talking
exactly right. Yeah.
about. That's all I care about.
JBL, on the other hand, that's
Oh,
their
do
name.
you want me to play Sting? Or?
JBL. Now let's just roll into
Oh.
it. Let's just roll into it. See that segue? There you go.
Well,
mate.
so JBL, I do in capitals.
JBL. Well, that's the
Does
name
it
of the
stand
company.
for something?
I don't know. Does JBL stand for something?
But see, here's the thing. NBN is the name of the company, but they put it in lowercase. Why do you not respect that?
Well,
I don't either.
because it started out as NBN, National Broadband Network. I'm looking up JBL.
We're both looking up JBL. Great content here, folks. Just loving life. I wonder if it's initials for founders or something. History.
Yes, it is.
Oh, really?
It
James
is James
Bullock
Bullock
Lansing.
Yeah, it's a guy's name.
Because
Yeah.
Altec Lansing, he must have.
Yeah, mate, he's doing very well. Is he still alive?
I doubt it, mate. He was
Born-
formed 78. Oh, it was
Born
founded
in
78
died
years
in
ago.
1949.
Wow.
Yeah,
He was only
James
47.
Bullock Lansing, Altec Lansing, and JBL.
Audio engineer and loudspeaker designer.
Well, that answers
Most
that question.
notable for establishing two companies that bear his name, Altec Lansing and JBL.
Well, I reckon, but it's JBL has always been that way. It stands for something.
Yeah, let's talk about their products.
Although NBN does too. So the product we're talking about is the new Tour Pro 3, which is this is their flagship earphones with the latest smart charging case as well. Dual drivers on board too for the first time. Spatial 360 with head tracking, adaptive noise cancellation, and the smart charging case is actually the second generation of the smart charging case, which does have another trick up its sleeve, which we'll talk about in a moment. But JBL, their signature sound is all obviously on board here. And this smart charging case, I've got to say, when I first saw it, I think we saw it at CES a couple of years ago, and I'm thinking now, why isn't everyone else doing this?
Yeah.
Like, it's such a good idea to have it.
Parts of it are gimmicky.
Yeah.
But when you're on a plane, and you talk about some of the other features of that in a minute, but your phone might be in the seat pocket in front of you, or in our case, in a satchel thing beside you because you're in business class. But like, yes, you can do this to control, but also sometimes you're lying down or whatever. You'd have the case and just go next. You can change the volume. Yeah. It's visible to you.
You've got full control. Yeah, nice.
I prefer it that way.
I agree. Are you? There's two colours here, mate. Are you more a latte man or a black man? I mean, in terms of the choice that you.
Yeah.
I reckon you're a black.
I'd take the black.
I'm
black,
for sure. That's what I've got the black actually. Yeah. So, but here's the thing: the smart charging case has another trick up its sleeve that I mentioned. It can be used like when we go on a flight, right? So you got your. Normally I'm normally Bluetoothed into my iPad, watching my own content. Yeah. But if you want to watch the in-flight entertainment system, you got to get the cable out of your case and
get an adapter like the AirFly Pro,
or use
something.
Their one, or use the airline's headphones, which are pretty. They're
disgusting.
They wouldn't be as good as what you've got, right?
Oh, of course not.
So what JBL does with the case is they turn that into a transmitter.
That's awesome.
It can wirelessly transmit the audio. So you link the case with the USB, and then the case then talks to the buds. So you can be connected to the in-flight entertainment system and relax and wirelessly connected with your JBL Tour Pro 3 earbuds.
It's genius.
Yeah. Not the first time we've seen it, to be honest, but are they good that JBL?
No. I think LG did it first, maybe.
Yeah, I think the Tone Free.
And then there's the AirFly Pro.
But that's a separate device.
But that's the thing. To use your AirPods, you've got to have the AirFly Pro, and you've got to pair that with the... See, the thing is you've got to pair your AirPods with the AirFly Pro then, and so there's this kind of complication, whereas in this case, your phone is paired to the earbuds, but the case is also paired to the earbuds because it's the source.
But in this case,
and you just plug it in.
It's naturally going to look for the earbuds.
That's
right. It's not like trying to Bluetooth some random product. It's going to look for your earbuds.
Mate, I'm a big fan.
It's really cool.
Awesome feature.
And it's got Auracast support. You know what Auracast is? So you can watch
tune into lots of things.
The same thing
as other people.
Yeah, at the same time. It's also got the head tracking as well, which I think it had last year, didn't it? The Spatial 360
I think
head
so,
tracking.
Yeah. And let's remember, JBL have the kind of the Wave and then the Live at the top of their kind of three-tier system. The Tours sit above that as a even more premium. This is their top-end premium.
These are $399. So these are their flagship, top-of-the-line, everything on board earphones.
100%.
And they've also got the dual driver as well, which is, again, really enhances the clarity and audio quality. Is the 11mm dynamic drivers on board and offering that what they call the legendary Pro sound.
Mate, they do good sound.
Hybrid dual
you
driver
cannot
system.
Question JBL sound. They do it very, very well.
But you know what I like too is that they focus too on. I love that JBL do this, but other brands too. They focus on not just the audio quality, but also call quality. You know, a lot of us make phone calls while we're wearing them.
Yeah.
So a lot of them take the trouble to. They can't, there's obviously the noise cancellation, the adaptive noise cancellation, which has the microphones and can negate all that outside noise. They use those same microphones to improve your call quality too.
Yes.
So if you're talking in a noisy environment, it really helps. Like the person, you might be in a noisy area that they're hearing you as if you're in a lab. It's really quiet. So that's another thing that they've got AI call algorithms as well that improve the clarity. So using AI to make that call even better.
Yeah, it's awesome. $399, did we say?
$399.95.
Yeah, great product. Yeah. Top tier stuff from JBL. Great JBL sound quality with the awesome features of the smart case. Check them out, techguide.com.au.
This is Two Blokes Talking Tech with Trevor Long and Stephen Fennick.
Two Blokes Talking Tech, proudly supported by Arlo. And breaking news, Trev.
Oh, hey, whoa.
They've just released the wired floodlight.
Oh, this is huge.
This is their floodlight. I've got to say, one of my favourite cameras is
Without
the floodlight.
question, yes.
And I've said it before, it lights up my front yard like I'm shooting a Hollywood movie.
Yep.
Is got the great camera on board as well. But they've redesigned it and made it now a wired floodlight. My other one is wireless.
Yes.
So wired, which means it's only $249.
Yeah. Now you need a Sparky to install it.
Of course you
but
do.
Here's the thing. So many Aussie homes have a, what you call a sensor light. You know, those two black, they're normally black, big bulbs on the end. That seemed inappropriate. But like I've got one of those on the back of the house, up like on the second floor, looking down the backyard.
Yep.
I can get that simply taken out and replaced.
Yes.
I've got another one, which was a sensor light on the side corner of the house. And I've got a different brand that's now very old and the camera has degraded out the front. So for like $750, I can put in three
of them.
Wired
and the design,
full lights with floodlight. I mean, we're talking, it's awesome. It looks really nice.
The design now, the two lights either side are adjustable.
Yep.
As is the camera. So you can aim the camera, aim the lights.
Yes.
So there's three ways you can aim it, three different directions you can aim the cameras and the lights. And I think what Arlo's looking at here is that for customers who maybe already have Arlo cameras, but also customers who, you know, the back floodlight might have gone out, you know, and think, I'm going to replace it with a smart one.
Yes.
So this is the move.
And
here.
also, this becomes the camera that you don't need to manage with solar or battery.
Because it's wired. So
look, I'll put my hand up.
Yeah.
And I'll admit, the floodlight at our house is gone. We don't have it on the front of the house anymore because it used to be at the front door. We had this big tree and then we got all the gutters and everything redone.
Yep.
The house looks very clean, right? And the floodlight, I didn't want to put it under the eave. So now I can replace the old floodlight with a security camera, which is wired. I don't have to worry about the battery. And hey presto.
It's wall mountable or ceiling mountable too.
And this is a camera, by the way, and I know it's an extra to pay for, but I will pay for the CVR plan, continuous video recording, so that on the front of my house I've got 24/7 video.
Yes, and you can also, of course, sign up to the Arlo Secure. You get a 30-day free trial.
And they come in black and white as well.
Black and white, $249. The new Arlo wired
I actually
floodlight.
don't know which colour I want.
I get both.
No, see, the eaves are white, right? So, and ours will be stuck up on the eave.
Ask your missus what colour you should get.
I'll put the black one out the back, up the top where the floodlight, the current spotlight is.
You do that. Meanwhile, for everyone else, you can see them at arlo.com.
Everything about tech you never wanted to know. This is Two Blokes Talking Tech.
I'll be honest, I was so excited I even forgot that was the ad. I was just talking about it as a product.
That was the ad,
I'm
mate.
pumped.
That was a live read.
I can't wait.
Yeah, no, mate, I'm going to put two up at my place.
So we're not going to talk about the election. We'll talk about that in the private feed because Trump's the president. And
big call. He's made the call.
No, it's not, mate. Fox News has called it.
Have they really?
They've counted. Fox News has put up a count of 277. Yeah.
Really?
But others, at the time of recording, we'll be clear, at the time of recording, everyone else is still wavering, but he's so far ahead in some swing states, it's going to happen.
Yep.
But regardless of that, today I was, I got 9 News on because Carl's over there and Liz is over there. It's good coverage all day.
Yep.
And I would normally put, I don't know, CNN or Sky News on somewhere, right?
Yep.
But then I was on socials and I saw someone say, check out Amazon Prime Studio.
Yeah, wow.
And then I went to Amazon Prime. To be honest, it wasn't on the homepage. I searched for election.
Really?
And
it
then
wasn't
found
right
it.
there.
I think in America it might have been, but here, why would they put it on the homepage, right? Here's Amazon Prime Video doing rolling live coverage of the election with, is it Brian Williams? Is that his name?
Yeah, I think he used to be, it was at NBC?
Former NBC or someone, big name. It'd be like Ray Martin hosting a Netflix special on the Australian election, right?
Yeah.
And they are in their set. Is
yes
the most amazing, almost
like
360
degrees. It's
almost
like
360 digital wall, and the roof is digital.
Yeah,
and they've done the most amazing thing. It's better than any of the networks. I'm blown away by it.
So they could get up and walk to the wall. The wall transforms in whatever they needed.
Whatever
to be.
they needed to do.
They can have a big image and still be in the center
It
of the
reminds
desk.
me of where they shoot movies.
Yeah, it was like the Mandalorian introduced that. I think it was called the Volume. They used to go in and we used to be like 360-degree screen, and so all the effects are done in camera. So the background, they don't have to have a green screen. They've got that image of the desert or whatever they happen to be behind them already.
Yeah.
So it saves a lot of time.
Isn't
Production
that
time.
wild?
Yeah, it's crazy.
And the fact that it's being used firstly in a TV broadcast is big, right?
Yeah.
But then
Live
secondly, the fact that it's live and on Amazon Prime. So the second part of this for me is I've talked for years about how sports rights in Australia are up for the bidding.
Yes.
And could be upset. Because in America, we talked about this a few months ago. America, it's like 6 different networks have the NFL. So in Australia, we've been lucky at best to say that free-to-air coverage is on 7 and the pay TV's on Fox or 9 and Fox. I think it's quite possible that we get disrupted by Amazon Prime. They've done swimming here, YouTube, Stan, Netflix. There's a big chance that they disrupt in a big way. This is a real indication to me that Amazon's doing this, that they're thinking outside the box and they've got to have live.
It's a bit of a flex, don't you reckon? It's a flex to say, look what we could do here. And all it takes is sort of one idea like that. They get a bit of cut through, like a new way of watching something we know very well.
Well, think about why this is a challenge to existing media networks, right?
Yeah.
The thing that keeps 7, 9 and 10 alive, 10 just, is reality TV, live sport and news.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now, Amazon's got Jimmy Mr. Beast to do shows. You call that broadly reality. They've got sport they're doing. Yeah. They've got news. They're mucking around here. Yeah. They are dancing with the future.
We're and I referred to this on the Tech Guide podcast about the Deloitte's report that showed that as many people are watching free-to-air as they are streaming. Yeah. So the whole point of that is, and if you want to hear it, it's on Tech Guide, prime time really doesn't exist anymore.
You sound so much better this week.
Whenever we want it. What do you mean?
You sounded so much better this week. Clearer, crisper.
Oh, yeah.
A new microphone?
A new mic.
No, I was leading you in there, mate.
Sounds the same, mate.
Come on.
Yeah.
It sounds the same. Why'd you spend $700 on it then?
The Shure mic. I just wanted to be the sound the same as this. I was using the Rode, the Procaster, not the
Rode Podcaster?
Procaster, yeah.
Anyway, my point is, if you get a moment, you got Amazon Prime, just flick. I'm sure it'll be on replay or something. Sure. But the footage is phenomenal.
Do you reckon that our local networks, because we've got an election next year, right? We'll have a federal election. Are they taking a leaf out here? You reckon Channel 9's going, hey, check out Amazon
Channel
Prime.
9's big thing that I've been glancing at, none of the coverage is done here is the virtual graphics. Right. So you remember the Olympics? Yeah. How there was this big thing in front of the desk that was like they showed the medal tally and everything. Yep. That wasn't even there. Like that was their Olympic studio was as big as this.
Wow, okay.
But they were able to zoom out virtually, right? And then what they do at Channel 9 is they use Studio A, which is the big studio downstairs. Yeah. And Charles Crouch could be standing there and a whole map of Australia will come up and so they can virtually do stuff, which I think is pretty impressive.
Amazing.
But you combine that with this. Yeah. So what I would be doing
streaming
if I was Channel 9 is I would be renting the biggest LED wall you could get and doing this because it looks impressive. Yeah. It looks impressive.
It's like a dome. It's like they were inside the sphere almost.
It would be better if it was a dome because it's a flat roof and I don't think it works as well.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was a little thing to say, check it out. I think it's really interesting.
You've called it already on Wednesday afternoon. Have you called it?
Oh, yeah, I've called it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trump.
So you're saying Fox News has called it already?
Fox News hasn't called it, but their graphs say it.
Okay, because
and so I'm waiting for Sportsbet to pay out because I had him ages ago.
Google still they haven't called anything. I suppose they're just given the raw tally here.
Yeah, no, it's a tally. Yeah. Anyway, check it out, folks. Fascinating stuff, and I'm sure in the private feed this week there'll be a lot of discussion about US politics. Because what's better than listening to two tech guys from Australia talk about US politics?
Yeah, what could go wrong?
Anyway, Stephen, it's been great to have your company. And
the pleasure's been all
mine. We're going to do this next week from the United States of America.
United States from North Carolina.
It's going to be wild over there.
Mate, it's a Trump state, isn't it? North Carolina?
I think we'll be fine.
We'll be okay.
Texas, we're flying into Texas and going to North Carolina.
Ooh, I think we're safe, mate. That's in the red zone.
Take a red hat. You'll be fine.
Be MAGA hat, yeah.
All right, Two Blokes Talking Tech. Thank you to Nick Gear. Thank you to Arlo. Great to have their company here on Two Blokes Talking Tech. We'll be back again next week. Live from the United States of America, Trump time.
This is Two Blokes Talking Tech.